Joined by the lady who, at this point, has turned in the single fastest time at the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, time of 16:31, I think. Barrel Racer Ashley Castleberry won both rounds of her bracket in bracket number 5. Ashley, congratulations. I saw a picture of you running out of the arena, and that smile was worth about $1,000,000. You knew you'd done something pretty cool there in Fort Worth, didn't you?
Yes, that run. After our first run there, he was a little bit off of his first, but for our second run, I made a couple changes and I knew that he had smoked a run. So it was a lot of fun.
By the way, for those of you that are looking at this thinking, wow, outside in January, yeah, it's like 70 degrees today in North Texas. So that's kind of exciting all by itself. Ashley, tell me about your horse. Tell me about Sky Blue.
So Sky is an 11-year-old gelding. I had just bought him last year. I had a really bad trailer wreck in September of 22. We were going from Walla Walla to Ellensburg. I had my good horse Stormy with me, and I had my backup horse Dunny, and I got in a really bad trailer wreck. I didn't know if Stormy was ever going to come back. And in the meantime, I'd come back home and regrouped and found Sky in the meantime, and we had just gone to winning immediately. Stormy healed up in about 6 to 7 weeks, brought him back home from Washington State University, and he's now actually back running and winning. So it's really awesome to have Stormy to be a backup horse now, but it was never really a plan for Sky to be my main horse. Whenever we left for the summer last year, he was a backup, and he had not been in many perfs with me. So it's been fun seasoning him over the year.
What was his experience? Had he been to a bunch of futurities, derbies, jackpots without a crowd and all the noise, things like that? You talk about getting him ready to be in performances. There are a lot of rodeo performances. Trust me, I'm a rodeo announcer. I know they get really loud, especially when the barrel race is going on.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get a horse adjusted to that? How did you get Sky adjusted, or did he just take to it right away?
Whenever I bought him, he'd been to jackpots a little bit. With he was under an older lady named Debbie Davis, and so they had gone to some jackpots, and he's been to a couple rodeos whenever I bought him. But we ran into a couple issues, and I flipped him to the left. And so whenever I left, he had just been going to the left for maybe a month. And so he was not seasoned at all to the left. And he really was a natural from the start. And I had some people tell me that I needed to think about riding earplugs on him because he would just get so distracted so easily. And so whenever I first started rodeoing him on Sky for the summer, I rode him with earplugs, and it was just, he was so focused with them. And I really think that was a big thing that really just gave him confidence from the start. He wasn't ever really distracted. And so he was always going out and making great runs for me. And I had no expectations of him. And so it was a lot of fun.
What was it that attracted you to Sky?
He was very effortless in his running. Every video that I'd seen with a couple different riders, he was honestly just high loping his barrels and winning. And he's an own son of Stoley, and so they are very athletic horses, fast horses. He has a big long stride, so he's a very natural mover, a natural athlete, and so he's super fast, super long strided.
The good news about the situation in Fort Worth, you were in bracket number 5, and now you've got until the semifinal on Thursday to just kind of let your horses rest. And I don't know, what do you
Yes.
do? Do you turn them out, and it looks like there's a beautiful facility there behind you? Just let them be a horse for a while? How do you handle that?
So I'm back at home now. We live a little north of Houston, and it is beautiful and sunny. So I've let Sky just rest for a couple days. My plan is to get on him today and just walk him around, just not do too much on him. Honestly, just keep everything just easy for him and keep him happy.
Does it make a difference in Fort Worth the way that arena is set up, being on a lefty or a righty,
Yeah,
or does it
it
matter?
is. So honestly, the lefties have a little bit of an advantage. That left
I've
barrel
always
being
thought that, but I never have asked anybody that question.
it's we all say that it's set up for a lefty, and I've always, ever since I got Sky going to the left and his success just going up and up, I've always told myself that I was ready for Dickey's Arena. I wanted to win it on him, and so with him handling it like I thought he would, it's really exciting.
17th in the WPRA last year, just missed the NFR. With 2 sound horses now and an opportunity to win a lot of money this weekend in Fort Worth if you can keep it up, you are 3rd in the WPRA's world standings. Obviously, it's only January, so it's way too early to talk about that yellow arena in Las Vegas in December. But what the heck? Let's talk about it. How much would it mean to you to maybe have a chance to get there?
I have been dreaming of it for so, for a couple. I've ended up 17th twice now, and it's lit a fire in me every year. But that's always the goal, to get to Vegas. You said it's January, of course, but I have never had almost $20,000 in January, so it's given me some comfort right now. My plan is to hopefully win Fort Worth. I'd love to go win Houston, maybe a couple more rodeos, and just go into the summer with some comfort. And I would love to be in Vegas in December.
Yeah. Ashley, good luck this weekend in Fort Worth. And you're into all these big building rodeos. They all have their own little special feel. Some of them are 2 performance brackets, some of them are 3. They're all tournament styles some way or another. But for you, I don't know if you entered much around these other rodeos. For you, you've got a chance to maybe, if when you run, to go back home. And I don't know, is it kind of set up right for somebody like you who lives in Texas with all these rodeos driving distance from the house?
It is super nice where I live. I live honestly just 45 minutes from Houston, so Rodeo Houston's my hometown. That's always one that I'm excited to go to. But I'm 3 hours from Fort Worth. I'm 2 hours from Austin, so it's really central. It's really nice to be able to come back home every night. But
Yeah.
I recently this year just claimed the wilderness circuit, so I don't rodeo a whole lot. Um, right now I kind of just let my horses rest. Um, I don't want to go to 90 rodeos this year, so my plan is to start circuit rodeoing in April, and that's whenever I really start rodeoing.
Yeah, and the good thing about the wilderness circuit, they probably have as many 10, 12, $14,000 added rodeos as any
Exactly.
circuit in the country. Is that why you
Yes.
chose them?
Exactly. Yes. The majority of my year is in the wilderness circuit, and like you said, they have so many big rodeos. The ground is always phenomenal. At 90% of the rodeos there, you're not going to go to a bad one. So it's really beneficial for me to climb the wilderness circuit up there.
Awesome. Ashley Castleberry, congratulations on Fort Worth.
Thank
Continued
you.
success. Thank you for your time, Ashley. Enjoy the beautiful January day in the area
Thank you.
just north of Houston, Texas.
Thank you so much. You as well.